We're live, fellas and lady. Welcome to the best hour of your day, assuming that your day is very, very mediocre. This is the Eric and Rodney show with Robin, the show where we pursue fame on LinkedIn until we're too famous for this shit. Today's guest, very special, the not average half of Jenny Winny and the Average Dude podcast. Welcome, Jennifer Watkins.
Yes.
Welcome.
A different name other than Jenny Winny, you know, chose his. I didn't.
You have also chosen to give yourself a nickname, which I think everyone should do.
I didn't do it. He chose Jenny Winny.
But you've embraced it. It's in your thing right here.
I know, but I mean, we grew up together. That's what he called me.
Your cousin.
Oh, really?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So you've been Jenny Winny for some time.
For a long time.
Okay.
You know,
That
it's
makes
like
sense.
my name is Jennifer Lynn, and his parents always were like Jenny Lenny, and Daniel would say Jenny Winny, and then he's like, "Hey, you're Jenny Winny," and so I'm like, "Well, I didn't choose that for the show, you know." But anyway,
The South is so adorable. You guys, the South is adorable. In a myriad of ways. So normally what we do is we go right into the news and give our opinions, but you have some beef with Robin, and I'd like to bring that up.
Oh, let's address it first.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I just feel like it's like this big elephant in the room if we don't talk about it. Oh. But and I think it was something you said. Now I'm not sure. Okay. Now I want to clarify. What's the band you hate the most?
Oh
no.
I'll give you a clue. He has lots of tattoos and he's very pretty.
Okay, Maroon 5, Adam Levine.
Okay. Wait a minute. Let me make a note here. Robin.
You got it, Robin.
I mean, and then y'all all chimed in, and I was like, I'm too embarrassed to even comment at this point.
Okay, wait.
Tattoos and I was like, what?
So like early 2000s, I really liked Maroon 5 when it was that era of music.
Songs about Jane.
Yeah. Oh, this is a fall from
Yes,
grace.
songs about Jane. That's right.
Well, there you go. She's a super fan. Okay.
I've seen him like 7 times.
Holy shit. All right. So Robin, you used to like them. What happened?
Yeah,
It's just more like the recent music hasn't been so great. It just sounds like it's been used before.
Wait, have they had any songs recently? Was it Moves Like Jagger and then he bounced? Now he does The Voice or American Idol or something, right?
He's not on The Voice anymore.
Oh.
He had that fall from grace when y'all said that he was with a minor. I think that's not true.
Oh, that's true. You did comment. Do we know how old she was?
Well, she was some kind of like influencer on something, and he sent inappropriate messages to her.
That's right.
So there was no actual cheating, even though it was mentally cheating. Okay.
Yeah.
If you're pursuing a minor, isn't that like conspiracy?
I didn't say she was a minor, though. I don't know if she was a minor.
Well, to be honest, the minors are usually reserved for the politicians. So
yeah. I just feel better after getting that. I was like, I didn't speak up, and I feel like for all those, people that loved Adam, and Maroon 5, I just felt like I needed to say something.
Well, you did say loved instead of love.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you grow up.
Yeah. Well, I think that was Robin's thing. Is I think this is the problem. Is the ones that you love the most can hurt you the most, and you used to love Maroon 5, and now you feel like they're derivative and redundant.
I don't know. I still love him. Come on.
Okay.
And I love. And he's not with The Voice anymore, but I love his interaction. He's just such a nice person with Blake Shelton, and it's like, even though I don't like Blake Shelton, I don't like country music, but I love their interaction. So anyway,
I love that about you. I love that.
Wasn't that a weird matchup when him and Gwen Stefani got together? That was like so bizarre.
It messed me up. I was like, what?
Yeah, I was messed up. I'm still recovering.
I was like, wait, is that on purpose? Yeah. So, hey.
They're actually, oddly enough, I remember this from years ago. It was funny. I think it was some comedian, but he said, "Did you guys hear that Blake Shelton was ranked the hottest guy in the world or best looking man or whatever by people?" And some comedian was like, "Did they run out of people?"
Clearly they did. I like his personality's great. He's real nice.
yeah, he's a real sweet guy.
He's real sweet.
I just think he's big and doughy. Just like a gigantic white thing.
He is like 6'5", right? Isn't he?
Yeah.
He's huge, right? Yeah.
Huge.
Really? Okay.
And he just
He's a big dude.
Eric was the one that said that Maroon 5 was more music for women.
Yes.
And maybe that's why. Yeah. Maybe that's why
I'm probably not allowed to say that, but it is. Like, you know what I mean?
You gotta say what you want to say. I mean, honestly,
bunch of guys get around, throw on some Maroon 5, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Shoot guns. What do you do?
You know what you do? You do face mask.
Oh, stop it, Daniel.
Oh, the average dude is trying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't bad.
Before we get into the news, I'd like to ask, what is your least favorite band then?
Maybe
That's a good question.
Well, I can't say like I just said all country. I just do not like country music. It's just yeah, no. But I don't know. Like I really don't care too much. Well, I know I said this on when you were interviewing Average Dude one day, and I took some slack for it, but I really do not like Tom Petty that much.
Yeah, that's tough.
It is, but I just don't. And I wish, and I'm like, I know I'm supposed to, but I'm like, I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The thing with Tom Petty is I'm a big fan, but he's not hot enough to be a rock star. That is a very ugly man.
Very shallow.
You know what I mean? He's objectively hideous. And
He's
somehow
passed away now, right? He passed away? He's passed on?
Yep.
Tom Petty was a late in life heroin addict. Like he discovered heroin in his 40s. Who does that? Adam Levine has been doing it for years. And then you don't get that skinny and that many tattoos without a sweet lady.
You don't get moves like Jagger like that. Right. No, that's not even possible.
It takes some inspiration.
Definitely the heroin.
But now, hey, Robin, let me ask you one thing. Aerosmith. You like Aerosmith?
Oh, I love Aerosmith.
Yeah, the great.
Okay, all right in the world.
But
you're all right.
But if you're gonna ask me if you think that the singer is attractive enough to be a rock star, I'm gonna say no.
Well,
you don't think Steven Tyler is hot enough to be a rock star?
I didn't ask that. Clearly, I didn't ask.
Yeah, but their songs are really great. Love Aerosmith.
Aerosmith. You don't think Steven Tyler in 1986 was hot? I'll send you some pictures. Me and him used
to. I would say Aerosmith would be up there with best bands in the world. Hear me out, right? If they were still making music, because I remember they ruled the 80s and the 70s, 80s, and 90s was when even the 2000s was all the
awesome.
This is my point. They're the greatest American rock band of all time because they had 3 decades of relevance.
Yeah, I would say, American for sure.
Nope,
American
like,
for
the Beatles
sure.
weren't around for 3 decades, right? So,
but American, I agree with 100%. Yeah, I agree.
Once you throw in the British bands, they're somewhere between Genesis and the Spice Girls. But if you're doing American bands,
Spice Girls,
the Spice Girls, Genesis, okay.
Yeah, not a Spice Girl fan.
No, but I do. Aerosmith. This is their last tour. So
I know, supposedly. All right. Do we want to get to the news?
Okay, go ahead to the news. I'm sorry. We feel better.
Oh, okay. I wanted this. You squashed your beef. Do you feel?
You guys okay now?
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, we're on good terms.
Robin,
got my face all red there.
Oh no.
He's out of pieces.
The first news story is that Adam Levine sucks. What do we got?
Each person gives 3 reasons.
Yeah, come out of my mouth, so don't go hating on me. Okay, first headline for today. Tech workers are pivoting into new roles, and a total of 2/3 of all tech workers have shifted to new industries. Now, this is obviously a big result of new AI advancements and ChatGPT. So before we get into it, I'm going to start asking some controversial questions. So the question for this one is, do you think AI will have a negative impact on the average person?
Yes.
Yes.
Anybody else?
I think it could. I don't think it will now, but I think eventually, yeah, eventually.
Well, they're saying job like accountants and lawyers are in trouble.
Yes. They also said copywriters were in trouble, but we know that's not true.
No. Well, we're the 3 best copywriters that ever existed. So obviously ChatGPT can't compete with us. But the thing about this tech thing that I think it plays into yesterday. So in the article, it said 191,000 tech jobs just disappeared, right?
Yeah.
I guarantee all 191,000 of these people went to college. They did the same thing. They sunk in $500,000, and then just like that, their jobs disappear. And all of a sudden, they're working in what, healthcare or something. That's like, this is the capitalism. If you live in a purely capitalistic society, this is horrifying. Isn't it?
It is.
Job can just disappear, and then you got to do something else after investing.
But the question is did the 191,000 jobs disappear because Mark Zuckerberg realized he bet wrong on the metaverse? I'm joking. No, I agree with you. I think that a lot of people are unemployed. I also say though too, that I think a lot of these people, if they're pretty intelligent, will probably band together and build companies. So maybe it's good.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's the same thing with AI. Like, I'm sure when cars came out, the people in the horse and buggy industry freaked the fuck out, but then they figured it out. Like, we can't stop progress. You just can't. Right. But it is going to come. Not us. Not Jimmy.
No.
But other stupid idiots.
Okay. Our second headline is a little bit on the same topic. It's a little bit more advanced though. So we all know Elon Musk. So his company Neuralink, they have now approved for in-human study for the brain chips. Mm-hmm. So big problem with that, however, with the testing is still there are still issues involved with like the lithium battery of the devices, and there's also a problem with maybe the wiring of the chips possibly could have some challenges with damaging brain tissue. So
okay, that's it.
Yeah.
No, but this is inside your head, is that right? Those are the side effects?
Yeah.
I see.
So it's approved now. So they're going to have their first like clinical studies of people that are really going to get these brain chips.
Could you imagine, Eric? Could you imagine the commercials for that?
A little like the fine print side effects could be.
Yeah, I just find it conceptually hilarious that like, so they said the chips in the beginning are going to cure paralysis and blindness, but if your battery runs out, you just go blind in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah, right. Imagine
you're walking, you fall down, you're like, fucking lithium battery again.
Charge my battery.
The other thing that there you go. Jenny Winny has a chip.
I don't like talking about it, y'all, because I could go blind just any minute.
They could turn it off at any time.
Yeah.
The other thing that I have a problem with is like, I don't want Elon Musk doing this because inevitably they're going to go, it's going to fix blindness and paralysis, but they're going to do an update and then I'll be voting Republican and not knowing why. They're going to, you know what I mean? This is inevitable that they start to.
Well, if you think about it, right now that you mention it, you got me thinking Elon is almost becoming a lifestyle brand. For example, he has the community in Texas. He sells cars. He sells you electricity. He sells you the internet. He owns Twitter. And now he's implanting ChatGPT in our brains.
I know. No. If only my father had a blood diamond mine in South Africa.
If he could make clothes, I think he's got to try. I think he's really got something here.
You think he's going to go somewhere with his life?
But think about it, right? Think about all of the things that he has that so many people use. Yeah. Like I was thinking about the other day, right? People are like, he's a trillionaire, or I mean, he's not a trillionaire, but he's a billionaire, and I'm thinking like anybody else, right? They'd be like, wow, he's a major accomplishment. He owns Tesla, right? Mm-hmm. He owns Tesla, he owns SpaceX, he owns Twitter. You know what I mean? He owns all of these different things, and they're all cultural smashes.
Yeah,
he's the reason Abercrombie came back.
Yes,
I completely missed that.
He's buying them.
I'm kidding.
He may have already bought them. I don't know. Right?
Oh, I was like, Robin, I was just kidding. That's not true.
All right, yeah.
Well, Robin's shirt's inside out, so I don't know if Robin should be doing any consulting for us today.
Yeah, I'm not the brightest today, so I apologize.
Robin decided to really prepare for the show.
My T-shirt. Yeah, no, he's nailing it. This Jenny Winny owns a clothing boutique, right? So yeah. She's judging the shit out of you right now.
Well, clearly, Jenny Winny, Robin does not own a boutique or know of one.
Robin, it's okay because normally, I mean, all the time, I'll have my shirts on inside out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my fashion sense is also atrocious. Like I only have like 3 colors in my wardrobe.
Oh.
Pink, green, and pink.
It's blush and bashful.
Yeah, that's right.
The thing about Elon Musk too that I don't understand conceptually is like the guy's all right, whatever, $1 trillion. pick a number. Why doesn't he do anything? Why isn't he Iron Man? You know, why doesn't he go to Flint, Michigan and solve the water problem? And then forever we'll be like, all right, he sucks a lot in other ways, but at least he did something real. And that wouldn't affect his bottom line. He wouldn't look at his checking account.
You know, it's funny you say that, Eric. I had an idea years back. I said, if I was going to run for office and I was rich, I'm neither of those things, nor am I running for office.
Right.
I said, you know what? You want to know how to get elected? Just fix the water crisis in Flint.
Right. And then for the rest,
they'd be like, Rod, you should run for something. Well, speaking of the devil, I am running.
Funny you should mention that.
This is just an example of what I can do, and this is my own money. So drink on tonight, little fella. Take a shower. Right?
Water for everybody.
Yes. Right. Free water for everyone. Right. I'm telling you, man, you're right. If somebody had enough sense to do that, like if I was one of these people running for president, anybody, head down there, fix the water crisis.
Of course. Like if Warren Buffett figured it out, he could go flirt with minors on Instagram and nobody would give a shit, you know, because I fixed all the water in Flint and no one does. All these millionaires don't do any of this shit. Why? Why isn't Zuckerberg doing it?
That's true.
All right, one more thing on this. So I read this.
That's a good point.
And they said this dude was like, all right, so the Earth, even if we don't destroy it, which we are, but even if we don't, someday it's going to blow up, right? Planets blow up. That's what they do. So he goes, if humanity is going to exist, we have to figure out a way to get off this planet. Because the problem is on spaceships, humans need to eat and drink and shit. So it's like it's just cost prohibitive. So what we need to do is get our brains on a chip and become cyborgs. And I think this is the first step to humanity existing forever.
It's kind of gross, but
we just went Star Trek.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I like it.
Right, but we can live forever if our brains are just in a hard drive, unless somebody unplugs them. But
well, it's also true you can live forever in ChatGPT, as we know.
Right. I don't want to do that. I want to go to space.
We've got a memorial for
I don't want to write shitty marketing copy for the rest of my existence.
Well, okay. So the question I was also going to ask about that was, do you think humankind should get the access to the brain chip altogether? Or are you in favor of eliminating it to those who can afford it?
See, this is the other problem. Just like with genetic editing, only the rich people, the richest and whitest among us are going to have access to it. And then the divide's going to be even worse because we're going to be competing with fucking cyborgs. Oh, God. No, we shouldn't do it. We're going to do it, but we shouldn't do it.
I think they should only give it to people that have been abducted by aliens.
Oh, that's a nice segue into the next story.
But those are the only people that should. Because
I think that's a horrible idea because they're always hillbillies. Can you imagine hillbilly cyborgs?
Well, that's my theory, right? Is that when they're up into outer space, they're like, "Who's the dumbest person?"
Yeah,
take us there. Take us there. Oh, this guy's brushed his teeth in 15 years.
That's him.
Get him on the line, right?
Put a chip in it.
We need to talk to him. Get him in here.
That was an excellent segue. Should we just go right into the third story?
I see. I did read the notes.
Yeah. Since Rodney already brought it up, more and more people are believing that we now have aliens. So there was also just another very large UFO sighting above the largest marine base in the U.S. And in the past 2 years, there have been over 400 UFO sightings in the U.S. alone, and more than half of the country now believes in aliens.
More than half?
Wow.
Of what country?
I wonder who that half voted for.
That's a good point.
So, in the Philippines, do you have this phenomenon where you're obsessed with aliens?
We don't. We never.
They have things to worry about.
Cornfields and like all these little signs in the cornfield.
Yeah, we get none of them.
Those things, no.
Okay, so aliens only fly over the United States.
In the South.
Yeah, we're not interesting enough.
That's no, you're plenty interesting.
I have one question about this entire story. Do you know the source for this story?
Yes, I do. It's your favorite Fox.
So 2 questions. Do we know if this is real, number one? And this is what they're reporting on now? UFOs?
This was as exciting as it gets. So
this was a Fox News story. And did you watch the video?
No, I didn't get a chance to watch it. Well, here's the thing. When I saw Fox, I said, I think they have their hands full.
It's a 30-second clip, and the guy's going, "Holy shit, we got aliens!" Like it's exactly what you think it would be.
Meanwhile, right, they'll find out that it was that it was Elon testing new headlights. Like that's for the new truck he's building.
The average dude definitely believes in aliens. Well, this plays into the whole like flat Earth thing. Okay.
Oh
yes.
So the Earth is flat, right? Why? the government's pretending aliens don't exist. Why? Like what? I understand some conspiracy theories because there's like a reason you want it to be true. But why the government would lie about aliens is beyond me.
And you know what? Y'all talked to Daniel about, we interviewed Flat Earth Dave, which literally, I mean, my eyeball was just like, and I was like, okay, we're just okay. I was like, so you mean to tell me? And I was on a graph, and he said, I said, but what's the point? What is the point?
Yeah.
Okay, we're flat.
Right.
What's the point?
Yeah. What now?
This out Antarctica, there's resources that nobody have tapped into. The government doesn't want anybody to have.
Okay. That's the idea. That's
pretty much.
Okay.
And
I see.
I was like, I don't understand. How do we not fall off?
That's a great question. And what
he said it's like a pancake. And so you know what? And
so it's a circle.
Yes. So we just see like we're just going to it's a circle.
That's a circle. I see. So it's round.
On this. So it's like it goes down, it's like, and so we're just going around the top of it.
Okay.
We got to get this guy on. I just have a couple of questions.
You do. And you know what he told us? He said, don't research anything about me before because let's let it flow. He had graphs. He had PowerPoints. Me and Daniel were like, what's happening?
What keeps the ocean water from falling off the edge?
That's because it's round.
It's round.
Because it's round.
It's going round flat like a
it's round.
But Daniel said that he wasn't even sure that if Flat Earth Dave really believed in it himself, or if he was just doing this for attention.
I think he does. If he doesn't, he should, because he is very, very convicted. I mean, he's owned it. He had every Mm-hmm.
How do you feel?
When your name's Flat Earth Dave, I think that
would be a weird thing not to believe in.
I think I imagine they were like, this guy loves videos, right?
Yeah. But he also loves to get a rise out of people. You can tell.
It's like when you call a huge guy tiny, like Flat Earth Dave really believes that the earth is very round. Like he's the foremost expert in earth roundness. The name is just ironic.
Just very ironic.
How do you three feel about aliens? Do we have aliens?
I believe in aliens.
You do believe in aliens?
I agree with Daniel. Yeah.
You believe that they're flying over the Navajo desert at night?
I believe that aliens exist, but I don't necessarily believe in all the UFO sightings. Like they could be drones, they could just be like trash in the air, but like the fact that we're just like a tiny speck in the universe just makes me feel like there's so much part of the universe is that we're never going to explore, and the possibility of life is it's more than possible. Like it can't be that just in this tiny speck is the only place that there's life.
No, that would be very narcissistic. I just don't think that they're doing crop circles and anally probing hillbillies.
No, I don't think they're looking at the trailer parks.
Aluminum foil will protect our brains, and reading our minds.
From alien technology. I hope the first thing the aliens do when they land is go to Target and get mad about the LGBT. It was like, I can't believe you guys are doing this shit. We would never do that out in space.
Nah, never.
Rodney, you believe in aliens?
No.
Okay.
I think no. So to Robin's point, I think it's the difference between atheism and agnosticism. Like I say I'm an atheist to piss people off, but I'm really agnostic. I don't know, and I'm fine with not knowing.
I'm agnostic.
Chances are there's probably life somewhere. I just don't think they're flying here. You know what I mean? In a little
I don't really worry myself about it. And here's the other thing I would say too, right? That I think will resonate with a few people. Is, do you really think our government has found aliens and they're not taxing them? They haven't figured out a way to get some money off? Come on.
That's the thing. Like with any conspiracy theory, you'll follow the money. Like if we had aliens, you don't think there'd be alien museums that cost $150 to get in?
That's right.
We're $1 trillion over the debt ceiling every single year. We got to make money, baby.
Yeah. We would be taxing them and we would give them money. I mean, it would never end. And we would have them handle our conflicts because I'm sure they have weapons we've never heard of.
Not sure.
Crop circles and no probing. Wait, are you pro crop circles but anti probing? You're gonna be more specific about that.
Yeah, he's saying that he doesn't think.
Anal probing is the theme of today's episode.
I don't know if I could read that.
It's anal probing and Adam Levine.
Melissa, do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, Melissa.
It's quite a show.
Alien stock.
Yeah.
This is a family show.
I don't know what's happening here.
That also begs the question why aliens are so anally obsessed. We have other holes.
controversial question. If there was a more intelligent species of alien out there, would you want to make contact with them, and would you want to integrate them with human life?
No.
Yeah. I'd like to make
there. We have controversy.
No, you don't want. Yeah. I want to crossbreed. I want an alien wife.
So like Avatar.
Yeah, right. No,
so like,
it should be big.
So like if it was us meeting the Avatar people.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking. Why wouldn't we? We need to be friends with everybody. Plus, imagine the cuisine. Like, I'm so sick of earthbound cuisine. Imagine the shit that aliens are eating. That's exciting. Alien music. Alien.
Wonder if they have the internet.
Oh yeah. We could.
Do you have the interwebs?
We could introduce them to so many cool things.
Do they have LinkedIn?
They just discovered LinkedIn Live.
Have they seen Jenny?
Well, we just did actually.
I know.
It's been out since 2019. Isn't that wild?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Listen. Daniel stays abreast of all of the, LinkedIn.
You know what's funny about LinkedIn is that they really push Sales Navigator. Not a word about live.
I know. Well, because you know what? Follow the money. LinkedIn Navigator costs money. LinkedIn Live is free.
Well, that's true. But you got to think about all the viewers we have. I mean, they're buying something, right? T-shirts, bookcases, something, right?
America's sweetheart, Eric Ryan.
See? Yeah.
Are those for sale?
Those are available after the show.
Exactly. Robin's going to wear one the next episode.
It'll be inside out.
Inside out.
All right, we cover the aliens. All right, this is the big one, the fourth one, the main event of the evening.
Okay, I'm quite ignorant on this topic, but so here it is. The U.S. is constantly almost hitting the debt ceiling. This means that it spends a lot more money than it receives in taxes and returns. Do you think the debt ceiling should be raised, or shall it be abolished altogether, or what are your thoughts on it?
So you're not that ignorant.
Yes.
Well, that's exactly the problem. We've spent more than we've collected.
Yeah. To the tune of $1 trillion every year over. So since 2001, we've added $1 trillion every single year.
Yeah. We've been busy.
Oh, side note, we're the only country with a debt ceiling. So just like the Philippines is the only country where divorce is illegal, we're the only country that pulls this shit.
Mm-hmm. Which is bizarre considering that they'll vote to raise it. The Federal Reserve, which is owned by the government, will give us the money and then set a tax rate on it.
Yeah. So pretend entity creates pretend money and then pretends that they won't give us more for a little while.
And they're like, they won't be able to pay the interest. To who?
Right? Who the fuck are we paying?
Who? That's like somebody said to me one time, they go, why do you think, I was overseas and someone's like, why do you think other countries don't attack America? I was like, because if we die, like we're the market.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Here's the other thing. So they said if we don't, whatever, if catastrophe strikes, it's going to mean the loss of 3 million jobs, and it's going to add $130,000 onto every house because of interest rates and everything else. The problem is that the people that are in charge of this aren't affected by it. So the Congress is going to lose on it. What they need to do is a poison pill scenario where if you don't figure this shit out, you lose. You're not in Congress anymore. We vote for all new people. There's no consequences for the people that are doing this if it doesn't get done. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, one thing I was thinking about the other day, right, is that like with any publicly traded company, right? Obviously there's checks and balances. They have to show they're making money and so forth. And the government obviously regulates that, the SEC and so forth. Mm-hmm. There is no like we have no idea what they're doing with the money.
Right.
Like, and I'm not talking about Republican, Democrat, like forget about parties, right? I'm talking about in general. Like we have like what if they wasted $1 trillion on?
So this is the other thing. Not only is it $1 trillion a year, but the debt has tripled since 2009. Has your life gotten significant? Has it gotten 3 times better? Are they spending it on us? Are the roads 3 times better? Like,
the roads are 3 times worse. Yeah.
And how the fuck are we in such debt? We have to pay for our medical care. We have to pay for our education we're the only country in the world that does this shit.
Yeah.
What are we spending this fucking money on?
Does
everybody know?
So this was one of my questions, but say the entire thing collapses and the dollar is really affected. Do you see cryptocurrency becoming a thing? Like a really big thing?
No. I see us moving to the Philippines. Is that the question?
I don't know. I mean, I've even invested in some crypto, and I just don't know. It's just like a whole other, it's hard for me to wrap my brain around. How is it, I can't, I don't know. It's just like, I was doing some like side writing articles and stuff it was selling real estate on the web, like prime real estate. And I'm like, how do you do that? It's virtual. It's like, those NFTs. I'm just like, I don't understand it.
Right. I think there's solving problems that don't exist. Like we were fine with money. Money was working. And they're like, no, we need is another money. And they were like, yeah, but we're like, I don't think we do.
Yeah.
You know what I think happened with Bitcoin? Well, not necessarily with Bitcoin, but the coins in general is that, and I think you'll agree with me, is that it's the same thing that happened with like CBD oils and leggings. And hear me out, right? As soon as you logged on Facebook, right, every idiot that you went to high school with, right, was either selling CBD oils and gummies, or they started a company selling it. They're either selling leggings, right, for Lulu, whatever, LuLaRoe or whatever, or right, they're either like, you're not going to believe this. Now I know these people, and I'm thinking this person could barely add us to track to 10 with their shoes and socks off, and they're now a crypto expert. Like I have a degree in finance, and I'm still like I don't 100% understand it, right? And these people are like, I've invested in this coin you've never heard of. I'm going to make $100 million. Stop, right?
Well, that's the other thing too. Is I think the problem with the metaverse is like there's a million places you could go. There's no centralized location where you have one avatar and it goes right. Like you have to make $1 million.
That's
it's
right.
the same thing. There's a billion different cryptocurrencies. I was happy with the dollar. I didn't need, you know what I mean? Why was the dollar failing us? Does anybody know this?
Yeah, no, that's true. The other thing is too, right? Is that currency trading, right? Which is a form of is literally the riskiest type of trading in the world. Like no one ever makes any money long term doing that. And that's essentially what they're doing, right? When you're Bitcoin trading, I think the infrastructure of Bitcoin, blockchain, is the future, but I don't think that it's going to become the future while we're alive.
Mm-hmm. And not every cryptocurrency is their specific blockchain, so it's not like they're all. Right. You can't just I couldn't trade
That's right.
A Cardano for a Bitcoin. It just just can't. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I think
it's like Shroot Nichols, right? In the office, remember that?
Remember the gold standard? Melissa said the dollar's not backed by anything. Shouldn't we go back to the gold standard? I think we all agree, right?
I think it's backed by what was it, oil now? Or no, is that not? I don't know.
Oh,
it might be.
Robin, how's the debt over there in the Philippines? You guys doing okay? You checked the books lately?
I think it's gotten worse as well, a lot worse. So I'm biased, but I think we just had like 2 very bad presidencies, and probably 2 of the most corrupt presidencies.
Were they the same 2 people, right? The same family?
No, but one of them is endorsed by the other, so it's just like a huge.
I see.
Yeah.
So as fucked up as your country is, are you $31.4 trillion in debt?
Definitely.
I don't think you are. We beat you.
Most of the debt that we're suffering is because like the dictator wants to go out to a nice dinner somewhere.
You mean your president?
Yeah. Well, I mean, so I call him that because he is the son of the late dictator Ferdinand Marcos, who was the dictator of the Philippines.
When Robin is kidnapped in the middle of the night,
I know. I was like,
we will know.
I was like,
there will be signs.
I'm not scared. I'll be fine.
Are you allowed to call him a dictator on LinkedIn Live? Or are you going to become a political prisoner?
I'll be fine.
All right, we're going to find another Robin. We're going to get another Robin.
We're going to interview another Robins.
You heard it here, yeah.
All right, so I guess that was the news segment. We did good, guys. We're very smart.
The other thing I would just add to that, right, is that I think if most countries, right, had $31 trillion, we may never hear from them again.
I think they would, they do something smart with it, I think.
You know what I mean? Like, think about it. If someone gave you $31 trillion, like you are your own country. I mean, you literally, what do you want to do?
What do you need?
Maybe you buy Apple.
Right. And I think I'm right on this. I think that's just our debt. That's not how much we're spending. It's just how much we spent more than we have.
Now, here's the other thing, though, just to touch on it, right? And I'm asking, I don't know this. Didn't Joe Biden hire like 80,000 IRS agents? Or like what's going on?
Oh, like for auditing more people?
Yeah. Like I thought that was the plan, right? I'm asking. I don't know. I know it was like a big scare.
You know what's funny though? Like even if they audited and they figured out every American's portion of what we owe on 31 trillion, I don't think we could pay it. There's only, you know what I mean? Like there's only 330 million.
On it. Okay.
They're like, oh shit.
Yeah, but I mean, like if you think about it, right? Let's say who do we owe that money to, right? Let's say it's China, for argument's sake, or another country. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
Right? Are they gonna come over here and take over? We're gonna start a war? I mean, listen, we have plenty of people you can ask how the wars go.
Yeah. Right. It's probably a dumb thing to say, but can't we just print $31 trillion and go?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know,
I said, how come we can't just go print it?
Yeah.
Like, who's going to stop us?
Just have Joe Biden write IOU, Joey B, right? 31 trills.
Yeah.
There you go. I got you, right?
But really, if they asked all of us for our portion of that debt, we'd have to write a check for, I don't know, each of us probably owes $20 million. But are they spending $20 million on me? Why do I owe that? What's going on?
It's so bizarre.
Robin, I need you to get to the bottom of this because we can't.
Yeah, Robin, ask ChatGPT what's going on.
Americans are clearly too dumb. Speaking of dumb, we're going to try a bit here where, okay, listen, Rodney's the king of spam, and the spam has its place.
Yeah, that's
right?
True. It does. In your inbox.
Yeah. The problem is shitty spam ruins it for everybody. So we have a piece of really shitty spam that ruins it for everyone. Would you like to see it?
I would be yes. Oh my.
Okay, so here we go. This is a message that Rodney got. It says, "Hey, first name."
First name is my name. That's me. First name. I'm first name.
We want to elaborate on his message. They're a family-run startup helping businesses just like company names scale using newly founded growth. The rest doesn't matter, but here's the point. Marketing gets a bad reputation because you're like this. Yeah. Shouldn't anybody at any point maybe take a look at this? Should we let this guy know?
I think, you know what I was thinking, and it's just brainstorming here. What if we rewrote it and sent him a better version?
Do it.
And then, you know what? I have an idea, right? Because I don't like to go down the path unless there's some result. Let's rewrite it for him. I'll send it to him, and let's get him on the show.
I think
we should say, why are you writing shitty emails?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Yeah, that'll go over real well, probably.
No, I think people love constructive criticism.
They
so
do.
I think they'll be okay with it.
Listen, I think he's just looking to talk to people. So if we could help him, I mean.
I like how he goes, hey, first name, company name. Then he segues into, we spend an enormous amount of time getting to know each and every one of our clients.
That's what sold it for me. I mean, I had 20 of these today. Eric, I kid you not, I had 30 of these today, right?
Yeah.
Amongst the other people talking to themselves about my telephone system. And this was the best one I had. That was the best. I mean, this is the most coherent one, right? Because I said, man, he really spends time getting to know me. He doesn't know my name or my company name. But here's what he knows. He should know it. That's all that matters.
Exactly. Yep. Right.
Yeah.
I do too, Daniel. I think they should. They need to send it back.
Yeah.
I love it.
This is clearly automated. He's sending a lot of these out a day, and no one's let him know. So if we don't, we're really sort of doing a disservice to him and the rest of the LinkedIn community.
That's right.
True.
Okay, we'll get him on the show. He's Monday's guest.
Live from the beach.
Yeah. All right. So this is the portion of this show where we interview our guest after she's giving her hot takes on Adam Levine and the rest of the news. So
about that.
Jenny Winny, you were the first. You and the average dude introduced Meet Alive, and thus this is sort of your fault. This show.
Yeah.
You own. Can we get your background a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I own a women's clothing boutique, and I have for, I guess, a little over 20 years.
Okay.
And
Cool.
So it's something that's grown, it's established now, and. So then, Daniel, I heard him telling y'all how he started this conversations with the average dude, and he was, and I had just written a children's book. And so he was like, let me interview you. Okay. And so I said, okay, well then I don't know. Everybody's just like, well, you need to have Jenny Winny on again. Well, you need to have, and I was like, duh.
Yes. So the public demanded more Jenny Winny.
And I was like, the public is demanding me, so I will be there. But no, and then it just took off like that. And so, at first I was like, Daniel, I'm not a LinkedIn person. I'm just not. I'm Facebook, Instagram, because I'm more, my business sells to the consumer, So I said, Daniel, I'm afraid, does it have to be very after seeing y'all, I know it doesn't have to be very buttoned up and, all yes. And
that's right. It's a circus over here. So you're
clearly.
100%. Yeah, clearly it is.
But I didn't realize. And so I was like, I was so nervous. And Daniel was like, just be you. Would you please just be you? And I was like, Daniel, I can't be me. I was like, you're not going to like that. And he's like, just do it. So you know what? And that's what people, and we've talked about it. Yeah. Be like what y'all are doing. Yeah. Being just like authentic and, not caring, but it's like,
Daniel, we don't give a shit, obviously. His shirt's on inside out. I mean,
I mean, you thought actually, you just woke up, didn't you?
I don't know. He just woke up. I grabbed the laptop.
And you saw the T-shirt and you grabbed it and you threw it on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I grabbed my laptop and broke into someone's house. I hope they don't come home soon. And they're not up in the basement for a while.
I like that you bring up your interview style, though, because it is. I've watched enough of your episodes now, and I can tell it's jarring to some of your guests. I think in a lot of cases because LinkedIn nerds have never talked to a woman before. So right off the bat, it's bizarre.
Yeah, they're like, huh?
Yeah, but
a lot of times I do this, right. And I did this with that really smart guy the other day, and he was like, oh.
Right, I know.
That's precious. And I was like, well, thank you.
I don't think he's going to tune in today, but he was totally thrown by you because you didn't do it wasn't just a normal, I ask a question you've heard a million times. I answer it the same way I've always answered it. Like you were bubbly and trying to make jokes. And he was like, I don't.
I was like, are you a member of Mensa? Yeah. He was like,
You should have said, what's 176 times 123?
Oh, he would have said it. He'd have known.
I'm messing with you. I would have said whatever he said. I have no idea.
That's correct. Good. Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah.
Do you find that annoying, though, that when you're doing the show and you're talking to these people, it kills me. I hate it. Like if you have a shitty guest, and you're not a shitty guest, obviously, but it can destroy the show, and then they're there for an hour, and you're going to pretend like you're interested.
You're like, Bueller.
Right.
Yeah, because literally, sometimes I'm just like, okay, how do I get interested? Okay, you know what? I'm just going to ask them something random, and I'm going to ask them something that we're all wondering, but we're too afraid it's going to look stupid.
Yeah.
Because they're talking about this and this and this. And I'm like, well, wait just a second here. I got a question. And Daniel's like, do it. He lets me look like the stupid, but I do it. I don't care, but it's like, I don't know.
You don't look stupid. He's average, He's average. He's mediocre.
He is. He's average. But yeah, it's funny because when he calls me, I pick up my phone and I'm like, Dan, the man with a plan. Always have. And he goes, you're going to have to quit that. I'm the average dude. And I was like, no.
So you got to be the average dude with the plan.
Yeah, that's it.
Or you could say average dude Dan with the plan.
There you go.
Right?
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
So you mentioned, listen, we all want to be you with the Wildly Successful podcast. You did mention recently that you started doing reels and you got 5,000 followers in a month.
Oh my gosh. So I reached out to this lady again. Daniel, it helped me being on camera, but I don't like having my picture taken. I don't like being on video. I won't watch this back. I can't stand the sound of this. Yeah. I sound like, I don't know where I sound like I'm from, but anyway.
I'll watch it back, but I'll edit the three of you out. I only like
We have recordings of our voice.
Oh. And I said, you know what? I saw this girl on Instagram, a marketing girl, and I don't even know why she popped up. She was just like, if you don't, she was plugging it. If you don't have a social media presence, you're losing out. It's free. And I was like, I sent her a message and I said, I can't do it. I'm just too nervous. And she said, yes, you can. I did it. It was extremely rough, that first one, the first reel I did. And she critiqued me. And I was like, okay. Well, then, you know what? It's like, okay, kind of time went by and I was consistent. Every Tuesday, people wait. They're waiting for the reels. They're coming.
Wow.
My Facebook business account, anyway, I'd gotten hacked, so I'd had to start over. So I was trying to get followers back. So I looked this morning just so I could tell you.
Yeah.
April the 2nd.
Okay.
I had only 426 followers.
Okay.
Today I had 9,560.
What the fuck? How? And you're only doing the reels once a week?
Wow.
That's right.
Now I have a couple of questions. Hold on. Can we time out here?
Yeah.
What is the reel and where is it? It's on Facebook or Instagram. Where is it?
Okay, yes, it's Instagram and Facebook. So I do it on Instagram.
Okay.
And then when I share
it's the videos, right?
Yeah.
Or no? Okay.
It is, but it immediately shares to my Facebook.
Okay.
So it's like they're intertwined. You link them together. But what happened was
that's amazing,
isn't it?
Yeah.
And I was like, I was in Louisiana. We went to New Orleans, and I said, okay, wait a minute, what's happening? Well, there was one reel that people were commenting negatively on. Yeah. And normally me, I would take that down because I'm like, oh, they said that you look, they're like, why is this so baggy? And what is she hiding under those big clothes? And
oh shit. Wow,
yeah,
people are dicks.
I'm hiding all your
it
hate.
got much worse.
You can blame my generation for that.
Your cousin wants you to talk about your OnlyFans.
Oh, what?
It got real crazy.
Not the OF.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Oh, you're unaware what OnlyFans is.
Uh-huh.
Keep it that way. Stay pure.
Yeah, stay pure.
Yeah. All right. So,
what happened when somebody says something negative, they share it. Then they share it. Somebody's like, oh yeah, you're right. And then they're like, girl, what's wrong with your hair? And I'm like, well, you know what? I've put on 20 different outfits right now.
Oh my God. People are commenting on your hair. Okay. So the reels are you wear, yeah, sure. He is kidding. So in the reels, you wear the clothes that you're selling, right? That's what you're doing.
Yes.
Context.
That's very smart.
Well, yeah. And so, and I don't even, y'all are making me uncomfortable. I don't know what we're talking about.
We'll get on to OnlyFans, which I can't seem to have addicted, but okay. So,
so I don't have, Daniel's like, you need to talk. I'm not talking. I'm not going to do it. So I literally do usually 5 outfits per reel.
Okay.
And I will show it. And then I do the same thing because I'm like, I don't have time to figure out all these transitions, but I swipe up. And when I do my hand above then I have on a new outfit. Okay. And then I show it. And then I swipe.
You can edit this though, right? Or is this in real time?
No, you can edit it.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like,
wow, this sounds... music to it. I put music to it, and then I'll put like little, emojis and stuff. And but then I don't know what happened. Now, literally, if I don't get my website up, it's very, very, very stressful. But I have people contacting me all over the world. Mm-hmm. Do you ship to Ireland? Do you ship to Australia? Do you ship to England? Do you ship to Thailand? But now in the US, I've made so many new customers and without a website.
Well, that was
wait, hold on a second. You don't have a website? Wow, incredible.
Wow, you know who can make websites?
And actually, I did my own, but my thing was is that as a boutique, we're not Target, we're not Walmart. So we might have this item. We're going to have a size run, which means it could be like we have 1 small, 2 mediums, 2 larges, and an extra large.
Okay.
So in the store, and I have a brick and mortar store, my thing was I need a system that links those together so that if it sells online, it's not available anymore in the store.
You just need a database.
Yeah, but I need it to instantly sync. And so that's what I've been working on. I've been talking with Lightspeed.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a cloud one. It
Sure,
doesn't
yeah. That's exactly what you need, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have a couple questions, actually. Mm-hmm. So you've been running this boutique for 20 years?
They won't let the OnlyFans thing go.
Yep.
And you've only been starting doing these Instagram and Facebook Reels since when?
Since, man, it hasn't been, maybe, I don't even know if it's been a year. Maybe a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you say that most of your sales now are derived from doing those reels and the social media?
I would say there's a large portion that has, but also even my local customers, they literally say, we can't wait for Fashion Tuesday night, Tuesday night fashion, because I work all day Tuesday. We're closed on Tuesdays. I will re-merchandise the store. I do all these reels. Then I get home. It's like 8:30, 9 o'clock. And I know I've got to post them. I've got to post at least 4 reels because they're waiting. Wow. And I have one customer now in Indiana, and she's like, she sends screenshots and she goes, that, I want that, And then we had one lady. Oh, she called.
That's great.
Yeah, she called. She said, I want everything she has on. She says, and tell her never to quit doing those reels on Tuesdays.
Eric, what are we doing wrong?
Well, that's there's something to be learned from this, but I'm not sure. Like, how do we?
I don't know. Maybe you just need to have a really bad hair day, wear some baggy clothes.
I feel like it's harder to market B2B on Reels and Instagram than it is for B2C. Like B2C really works for Instagram and Facebook Reels.
It does.
Yeah, but if we could just get a fraction of 5,000 followers in a month.
But you know what? That girl, that I was saying that motivated me to do it, she is blowing up her marketing firm now. And so I sent her a message this morning. She said, can I share that? She just still can't believe that it's transformed like that. And I'm like, yeah, share it. You know, so she does Instagram. She does Facebook. I got her to get on LinkedIn, you know, just so that I said, you're missing an opportunity there.
Maybe we should do a bit where Robin changes into 5 different furry outfits every Tuesday. If that pulls from the viewers.
No wonder how many he has.
For you to ask, I'm so ready.
I think that's ingenious. So, I mean, I'm blown away by these numbers. That's incredible.
Well, listen, I was blown away because honestly, it's like my old Facebook account. I mean, it took me time, like, to get the followers, and I don't know what happened. It's like literally every night. I'm like, I don't know what is happening. I'll look and it'll be 200 overnight.
Do you use hashtags?
Well, I will say this. I do use some hashtags, like T, inside out, and then right side out.
Yeah. Robin's going to try on all his T-shirts.
But I will say, Robin, one thing, and I've told Daniel too, and I don't know if y'all do this, but for me, there's got to be one hashtag that's always associated with what you do. You know what I mean? Mine is a boutique, hashtag a boutique SC, because we're a boutique in South Carolina. My corporate name is a boutique Sassy and Chic Inc. You know, but every single time I do hashtag a boutique SC. So it started off, there's one hashtag, you know what I mean? But then it starts growing and growing and growing. So it's like every time I post something for me and Daniel, I'm like, Daniel, hashtag Jenny, Winny, and the average dude. You know? Yeah,
because then you can search it. Yeah, it makes sense. That's very smart.
Yeah, every single time you got to do something like, you know, hashtag America's Sweetheart. You know, I was almost doing that one day, and then I was like, well,
I'm going to use that one, America's Sweetheart. I'm going to use that one.
You should, Rodney, actually.
Well, there goes the show. The host of
I got to be honest. I've never came up with a nickname for myself because I got to be honest with my name is just
Rod Steele.
I mean, why would I change? I like
a Zoolander. You remember?
That's right. Yeah. So I just think to myself, why would I waste my time coming up with a nickname? But I get it.
Rod Steele is a gift from God. I mean, that's just...
it was like, you were blessed with that. What's your name? Rod Steele.
Yeah, right. I know. It all seems funny.
And it's funny because every time when people ask me, like when I call, they're like, "Is that your real name?" No. Yes, of course it's my real name. Get to it.
My given name is Bartholomew.
Yeah.
All right, listen, in the last 10 minutes, and I do want to have you on for the bourbon show, so we're just going to have to repeat this. But every time I do one of these, you chime in with the music. You're very opinionated when it comes to.
I am, because sometimes I'm just mortified at some of the things that y'all say.
Right. So I'm going to give you.
It might be.
All right, in 8 minutes, let's do a little appetizer round of your 5 favorite bands.
Well.
And we'll do this over bourbon later, but we need to get this out of the
and this is if I was stranded on an island.
This is if you
right.
Listen to them for eternity.
I'm like, you're stranded on an island.
Right.
Do you want the Grateful Dead stranded on an island?
Well, let me just tell you why I said that. Okay. Let me tell
it was you. I'm sorry, Rodney. Oh, I love Grateful Dead. We will get
we will never run out of material. They have so many live albums.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go now.
Aerosmith.
Okay. They're on my list too.
What's that one song that just never goes away? Is I don't want
to miss a thing. This is the grand irony about I don't want to miss a thing. It was their only #1 hit, the only song they didn't write. Look at that. That's
their only #1 hit.
Yes. Who wrote it?
So there's this woman who's
#1 hit.
Is that possible? Are you sure?
Had one #1 hit, and it's I don't want to miss a thing. Wow. So there's this woman who's written like 30 #1 hits for artists all over, and she wrote that. Well, she's a hit making machine, and nobody knows her name. But I listened to a podcast, and she came on, and she was listing the songs. It was like, holy shit! So that's one of them.
Yikes.
Man, they have so many great songs. Okay.
Yeah.
Aerosmith. I also said, sorry. I think so. If I'm doing the complete works.
Yes,
that would include their band. So I did, and I know everybody says it, but Freddie Mercury. That would include Freddie Mercury.
Queen lives on this list.
Yeah.
We agree on that one.
Yeah. We do.
That was on my list too.
Maroon 5's not on my list, okay? Because I'm on an island This is forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. They only have like 1 or 2 albums, right?
Queen?
Anyway,
No.
Maroon 5.
Oh,
Maroon 5,
Go
right?
back to shitting on Maroon 5. Yeah.
I would also say definitely I would do Phil Collins
Yep.
because that includes Genesis.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say if that includes Genesis, you would have
Of course.
like
Otherwise,
yeah, okay.
do it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So I went through a Phil Collins weekend recently because I was on something, mushrooms. And,
Like
and my brother was like, have you heard I Wish It Would Rain Now recently? And I was like, no. Eric Clapton plays guitar on that, and it fucking shreds. Everybody at the end of this, go listen to I Wish It Would Rain by Phil Collins. Oh my God. Watch the video. The video is incredible.
It's on YouTube?
It's on YouTube. I don't know if it's going to be as good if you're not on psilocybin, but I'm telling you, that Eric Clapton's finest guitar solo.
Oh,
We're all on psilocybin right now. Joking.
I would say I know this one, but Elton John.
Elton John lives on this list as well.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of ladies like the work of Elton John.
God, I love him.
Yeah.
I just saw his movie, the documentary or whatnot. It was really amazing.
How was it? It was good.
It was good. Yeah.
Was it a documentary?
Well, it wasn't a doc. It was more like his life story. He wasn't in it, but it was funny. Yeah. It was funny because at the very end of it, right? I mean, it's a pretty good story, but at the very end of it, there's a picture of him in like front of like there's like 20 Chanel bags in front of him, and he's like, Elton still has a spending problem.
Yeah. I love it.
Elton John too. Like I think the mark of a great artist is if they can play for 3 hours and you know every song. Like Elton John has a shit ton of hits.
Yes.
Yeah. Like an ungodly hits.
That's very true.
And then number 5, I just don't even. I think maybe, and I don't know. This is just coming to my head first, but I would say Sting because then that would include the Police.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Solid choice too. Yeah, Sting's
that's
great.
that's the Paul McCartney move because then you had the Beatles, the solo
That's
stuff.
right.
Wings.
But I wouldn't choose the Beatles. Mm-mm.
The Beatles.
Why
Yeah,
not?
the Beatles.
Robin's got a problem now. Oh no.
Well, that's all of our time, folks.
Oh no, Robin has 4 minutes. What are you gonna yell at her about? Sting?
No. I'm just gonna say that like all of her favorite artists are forever immortalized in the Philippines because it's always the songs that are playing at the Filipino karaoke's at like 2 a.m. onwards. Always same songs.
Oh,
So Asian
thank
countries,
you, Robin.
they love karaoke. I fundamentally do not understand karaoke. A professional has already sung the song. It's as good as it's going to get. I want to hear some drunk asshole sing it. Why?
Yeah.
Can somebody explain this concept to me?
Well,
Karaoke is big in the States.
I can
Not as big.
explain.
Well, I lived in South Korea. Like it's not nearly like this whole. Yeah, no, it's
big.
not. It's huge over. I mean, it's okay over here, but
And it's usually after you had a few drinks. But now I'll say this: Daniel has been married before, and his ex-wife, she was not a very good singer, and that's okay for me to say that because she says it.
Yeah.
She's like, Jenny, I'm not here to sing. I'm here to entertain.
Oh.
Is that the reason they got divorced?
Anyway, but she, entertain. It was terrible. So.
Yeah. All right. This is what I'm thinking for this question because I get this, like, no offense to people's answers, but you know, in the Wheel of Fortune, when you do the last thing, they give you all the normal, they're like RST, you can have those. I'm going to start giving people, I think, Queen, Zeppelin,
You should.
Beatles, and go, this is on the island. All right. Don't worry about them. You have them.
That'll be playing all the time.
Who besides them do you like?
They're on repeat.
What's that?
They're on repeat.
Yeah. You could have Adam Levine too. Those are the big 4.
I'll take it. I'll take that. Who was I can't remember, Robin, who was like your number 1?
Coldplay, maybe.
Oh, that's right. I thought, that's good. Coldplay's good.
Yeah. That's controversial though. Some people hate Coldplay.
Yeah, I know. It gets a lot of hate like the Nickelback band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nickelback is.
I don't know. I feel Nickelback. I don't think they're as bad. Like, why?
I don't think they're that bad, actually, you know. Oh, and also, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I chimed in yesterday and said Scott Stapp is dead. You don't remember that being a rumor?
No, I do.
Yeah.
Because he was homeless or something, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But then I actually.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, it was a rumor.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, see, I think Creed is more hateable than Nickelback because they took themselves so seriously, and he's a genius.
Here's the problem, though. Creed hasn't had any tunes lately.
None.
Yeah, Nickelback just won't stop.
That's right. Nickelback they're on a train to
Like no one's
the
listening. But I'm
charts.
pretty sure they're still putting out new albums.
Yeah.
And I think, did y'all acknowledge that Tina Turner died?
Yes.
Yeah,
She is sad news.
We're getting old.
She lived in Switzerland, actually. I didn't know that. I thought she was in the States, but she was in Switzerland.
Oh, really?
So, I mean, not that that matters, but I just.
You're like, not that it matters, but I thought I'd throw that in too.
Not that it matters, but I needed you to know.
I'm glad to know it now. Yeah.
I'm just glad that her and Ike are together again. That seemed like a very happy marriage.
Yikes.
Yeah. A musical. Yeah. And he's a bad man. Woo.
He is a bad man. He sucks. All right. Yeah. Tina Turner. No one's ever had Tina Turner on their list. No one's bringing her to the island. Maybe that'll change now.
Well, if my mom comes on, she would. and likely Bette Midler as well. So just be prepared.
Oh, Wind Beneath My Wings. Yes.
Yeah.
Private Dancer slaps. That's a great song. She fucking nails that shit.
Private Dancer.
Yeah, right?
Robin, you should listen to that one.
And you should sing more. You're
Go
great.
listen to I Wish It Would Rain by Phil Collins and Private Dancer by Tina Turner. We'll have a great day. Jenny Winny, listen, this was I think, great episode. You're good.
It really
you were worried
was.
about being disappointing. You were not. This
Well, it's because
No,
I
not at
just,
all.
you know how I am. I'm like, it's just, it comes out of the mouth and it, you know, and I'm like, I could be very, I go into something trying to be like, yes, yeah. And then I end up being like, nah, let's just, you know, whatever.
I want to put the cart before the horse, but if Robin gets kidnapped tonight because of all the awful things he said about the dictator, would you like to step in?
Yeah, I'll step in. I'll be like,
Jenny?
Now we're going to have to name you Robin.
Yeah, right.
wait a minute. Can you send me a few white t-shirts?
Inside out.
That really good. But you have to wear them inside out. Yeah.
I'll do it. Nail it.
All right, guys. Great show. Thank you.
All righty.
All right,
Have
Jenny.
a great Memorial Day.
Till next time.
Bye, Jenny.
Bye.